In this part, we will fine-tune our book. We will go from the first page to the very last page, check and fix paragraph styles, headings, and general layout. Let's start from the very first page and go down, and we will refine and clean our book. So the very first page is a half title page. Duplicate the title here for now and move the second title to the next odd page. It's in the flow option and it should start on the next odd page here. This one is our half title page. We will return to it at the end. This page, the number 2, is left blank intentionally. Here is our title page. So we have our book title and the author. This should be heading 2. So let's make it heading 2. And this heading contents should appear on the right side on the next odd page here. So everything before chapter 1 or part 1 actually in your book, let it be like table of contents, prefaces, forewords or anything else, should always start on the right side page. And the first chapter starts also on the right side, and the next chapters can start either on the left side or right side. So we have to stylize our heading 1. So it should be Crimson Pro 80. Let's make it semi-bold. And I do not want to update it here because otherwise all the headings will switch to the right side. I don't want that. So let's work on this heading instead. So this should be Crimson Pro. Okay, semi-bold. And yeah, let's update this. Okay, let's check what we have with other headings. With other heading 2. Find. Okay. They are all now updated. So as I said, contents should be here. So okay, by default it's on the left side, but we should move it to the right side. And chapter 1 should be on the right side. Okay, great. So the contents, we are going to delete everything here. The publisher to the reader, so this should also be heading 2. Okay, where is it? Heading 2. So some kind of a preface, yes, or something like that. Okay, let's make it like this. We remove everything here because we will create a new one. So as I said, this also should appear on the right side. The publisher to the reader 2 can be written like so. Okay. Seems like this tracking is too much, for this. For this part, let's decrease it to like something 30. Okay, this is fine, Richardson letter. Okay, the letter from Captain Guller to his Simpson is also a heading. So let's put it here. Okay. It's not aligned to baseline. So you see in this heading, when we have 2 lines, the leading is too tight. So it's 18 by 15. It's not recommended to set the leading less than the font size. So it must be at least equal to the font size or even larger. Okay, like that. And let's update it. Okay, everything is updated, everything looks cool. Let's go back here, and this should be like that, and an empty space between them. Yes, like so. A letter from Captain Gulliver to his cousin Simpson. Always delete dots, semicolons, at the end of the headings. Okay, this should be in the character. So only for this headings with long text here and here, we set the checking to 30. Okay. In other headings, it should be 50. That's fine. Okay, let's check it. So everything looks good. You see, here is a lot of spaces between the words. So we can select that and increase the checking here, or let's check if we can work here. No, it doesn't change anything. Then yes, select this and decrease checking. Okay. Yes, when it's minus 21%, it looks much better. Okay, so let's maybe an empty space after this paragraph here. Yes, and also maybe here an empty space. Looks much better. Okay, part 1. Great, everything is going great so far. And this first chapters, we have a drop cap. But do you remember that in our manuscript, this first paragraphs was designed in a special manner? So it was indented from both sides. So let's do exactly that. Okay, you disable drop caps. The font should be, let's choose Crimson Pro with italics. Okay. And let's add indentation from both sides, like 30 points. So 2 lines and 30 points from the left side. Okay, and 1 empty space after it, or maybe even 2 lines, like that. Okay, great. So this, let's update it, drop cap. Oops, sorry, this was for reset. We click this one for updating it. Okay, chapter 1, like so. Chapter 2, let's check chapter 2. Okay, great, it also looks like this. Chapter 3, great. Chapter 4. So everything is set up automatically. Great. The only thing we need to rename this style now. So like first paragraph. Okay, so that it makes sense, right? And this is the first paragraph. We should remove the indentation, the first line indentation. Okay, great. Let's go further. Here everything is okay. Here is okay everything. So here, for example, we should definitely move this word to the line before it. So let's use justification, this space between paragraph, between words. Great, now it works. Okay, chapter 2, let's remove first line indentation from here. And you repeat it for every chapter inside the book. Okay, you see, we have empty space here, so we were playing around in our previous parts, so let's remove this empty space here and also here. Okay, and align to baseline grid, so perfect. And here as well. Okay, great. So our node looks good. So if you are working like too close and you want to switch to full view, just click Ctrl 0. So when you click Ctrl 0, it fits inside your window. If you click Ctrl 8, this is the actual size. So actual size of the real paper, yes? So real size on your screen. So when it's printed, it will be exactly this size. Okay, and you can check the font, you can check if everything is clean. Really handy. But I prefer working with fit window, so Ctrl 0, so I can see everything on my working area here. Let's go further. You should also fix such things here. Okay, and you do this in the whole book. Okay, let's go further. Okay, remove this. I will skip the video just to the places where it matters, but generally you just repeat this in the whole book. Okay, and such things, small headings, which are not actually a heading, can also be stylized in some way. So maybe let's create it semi-bold, place it here, remove first line indent, then maybe add 2 spaces above, 1 space before, and we have heading 3. No, we don't have heading 3, so let's create a heading 3 with this. Let's call it heading 3, and okay, and let's apply this style to all these small articles. Oops, so here. So you know that they are not actually the headings, but just to make our book much prettier, we used them, okay? And we don't want them to appear inside the table of contents. It's just for us. Okay, let's continue. So for example, here I have one word at the bottom which I want to get rid of. So I want to move this word to the line above. So I go in justification here to 60%. No, it doesn't work. I go to like this, but in this case this line looks like one long word, which also doesn't work. In this case, if nothing works, you can increase the space between words, the minimum space, so 90. And now we have 3 words at the last line, which works, which is fine. Okay, the same here. Let's try. No, it doesn't work. Okay, 70%. It works with 70%, and it works with 90%. So you see here 2 lines left alone on the next page. Okay, we must move these lines here. So we see what we can do. We can move the last line above, which we should do actually. Okay, great, it worked. When we move the last line above, this line becomes shorter, it becomes only 1 line, and it appears here. It works with 76% and 77%. You want to make this number as high as possible, because for example 77 is good. The last line occupies the whole line. But if we go below, it's like 76, the last line is shorter, which is also good, but this one is better. So make sure if you are at 80, don't jump just to 70. Instead, go one by one, like 79, 78, 77. Great, it worked here. So another case here. I have 2 lines, but in this case, the last line is longer. So what I can do, I can move this line, the last word, to the line above. So let's go 67, 60. Okay, it works at 60. But I don't like this line. Yes, just for example, this line looks like a single word, single long word. So let's imagine it didn't work. Okay, and we must go up to check where we can make changes. So here, for example, yes, let's fix this. Okay, at 79, at only 79 it worked. And we can check now that lines which were here, they moved here, because you see we made changes even like 3 spreads above it, but this change affects this page 3 spreads ahead of it. So please be careful when you make changes. Always keep in mind that the changes can affect every other pages, okay? And if you want to make changes like that, always check what you can improve on the pages that's coming before the page that you want to fix. In this case, for example, this doesn't work. This thing also doesn't work. What we can do, we can just slightly decrease the indentations from both sides. Okay, let's make it 9. Let's make it 9 on the right side. Okay, great. Only we know that there is a difference in 1 millimeter, but the reader will not notice that. This one, how it looks now, is much more beautiful and acceptable than it was before. Okay, great. We have just completed fine-tuning and refining our manuscript from the very first page to the end of it. Okay, here our half title page, contents, and okay, the first preface, the second preface, or similar to that. And we have our part, and then we have our chapter. Great. In the next part, we will create table of contents, title page, half title page, and headers.